Welcome back. Thank you for joining us this morning on Studio 10. Do you ever watch TV or movies and see some of those Hollywood actresses and think, wow, she has gorgeous skin, not one pimple. How does she do it? Odds are there is a great dermatologist behind that flawless skin. The right dermatologist can offer beneficial skincare advice and products you might not even realize are even on the market. Dr. Bender from Gulf Coast Dermatology and Skincare shares ways to help make sure you start with a beautiful canvas so you don't have to spend way more time than you need to layering on concealer. There's one word that I really never like to use, and that's hate. But I'm going to use it this one time because I think we can all agree we all hate acne. But we all get it. And this morning we are with Dr. Bender with Gulf Coast Dermatology and Skincare to talk about acne. We want it to stop. How do we make it stop? Can you just answer that question right there? Make it stop.
Well, I wish I could. I wish I could answer it extremely succinctly, but unfortunately, everyone's a little bit different. You know, we do know that the main problem with acne is plugged up pores. And of course, some of us are set up to have worse acne than others. But the good news is we have a lot of wonderful things to treat it with. You know, our brethren in the pharmaceutical industry have taken notice. They understand your concern, and they understand that hatred, and basically want to help us do the best we can for acne.
And there are so many different types of acne. I mean, you have the little bitty acnes, you have the white ones, you have the ones with the little black tips, and then you have those giant ones that hurt and you can't even squeeze them. They're terrible. Why are there so many different types, and what are the differences?
Well, first off, never, ever, ever squeeze them. You know,
I can tell you I'm not going to, but I'd be lying.
I have to go over that with all of my patients because, you know, the big deal with acne is we want it just to be a bad memory. You know, we want to be able to treat it, clear it up, and then it's gone, and it's a bad memory. We all went through it as teenagers. So that's the first thing that I like to talk to patients about. And then, of course, we sum up with a good regimen, something simple like, you know, using a nice gentle cleanser in the morning, a nice gentle cleanser at night. And then from there, we can use a variety of medications that we have at our disposal, you know, as board-certified dermatologists.
All right, now you mentioned gentle cleansers. I know that there are other people out there like me that have used these cleansers that burn. So that's a bad thing.
Well, if you have a cleanser that burns, we probably need to find something else because that kind of goes against the gentle part. So we find a nice gentle cleanser, and we have a variety of them, and every patient's different.
So what are some products that you carry here, some products that you recommend for different types of acne?
Well, you know, we carry various lines. You know, we carry Skin Medica, we carry Obagi. We also recommend over-the-counter products for patients who, for whatever reason, maybe they don't want something that's medical grade. So, you know, we'll recommend things like aquaglycolic that's behind the counter at, you know, Walmart or CVS. We might even recommend now CeraVe cleansers, Cetaphil, or a couple of the ones we recommend on a regular basis.
Do you think someone can wash their face too much? Is there a such thing as having your face too clean?
Yes, you can definitely wash your face too much. And certainly we have patients who not only wash their face, they scrub their face. And you know, we want a gentle cleanser. We want to be gentle when we cleanse our face. We want to do it once or twice a day, and that's it.
And of course, you want to see a board-certified dermatologist.
Yes, I think that, you know, obviously we have to have help from our brethren, our colleagues in primary care. You know, they're generally the ones who initially will start treatment. And we have a lot of other things. We have, you know, newer antibiotics that are sub-antimicrobial, which means they're not going to cause antibiotic resistance like when we were all growing up, taking things like minocycline, doxycycline, for example. We now have versions of those that are once a day, have virtually no side effects, and also do not offer an antibacterial dose of medicine, which is real important because if you end up with an infection at some point, we want those antibiotics to work. And if you've been taking minocycline for a year or 2 years or however long you've been on it, it might not work as well going forward. Come in, we've got great medications. We've got combo medications now that are really easy to use, very easily tolerated, and actually, believe it or not, they're actually very inexpensive for the patient. A lot of the pharmaceutical companies are offering, you know, coupon cards. So, you know, we're able to keep the cost per prescription, you know, $20 or less. Some are even free for the patient, which is wonderful.
That is great. So before you pop, before you scratch, and I promise if you'll do it, I'll do it too, make sure you see a board-certified dermatologist just like Dr. Bender here. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
No popping, no popping. Dr. Bender says if you're someone who has been struggling to get rid of acne and you've tried all kinds of different acne-fighting creams that just haven't worked for you, you might want to try a prescription-strength acne treatment like Accutane, which Dr. Bender can prescribe for you. Dr. Bender has an office in Mobile and one in Daphne, and those office addresses and phone numbers are listed on fox10tv.com under the Studio 10 tab.